server, we were trash talking each other.
That's true.
I mean, it's super true. And it's actually just so insane that one of these two teams will actually hold an international title. Because for so long, no one would have ever expected, maybe one, maybe the other, but never would it be a competition between Europe and North America. It's insanely exciting.
Hey guys, we gotta get you over to the caster desk.
All right.
A battle for the ages is upon us as G2 Esports and Team Liquid face off in the MSI 2019 final. An EU versus NA matchup fans have waited on for years. You're getting a look at the teams arriving to the arena earlier today. The biggest best of five most of these players have ever faced down in their entire lives stands before them. Hello everyone and welcome to the MSI Countdown, where for 30 minutes we look back at the insane series yesterday and preview the final until the timer reaches 0 and we go to Taipei for the opening ceremony. Now you might ask yourself, how did we end up here? Well, to make a long story short, first Team Liquid pulled off one of the biggest upsets in esports history by taking down the reigning world champions Invictus Gaming. Not to be outdone, in a thrilling series that went all the way to Game 5, G2 ended Faker and SKT's run towards the title to set us up for an EU versus NA clash today.
And this is 9 years in the making. This was the last thing that anyone thought would happen going into this tournament. We are on the foot of history being made right now.
And I'm so happy that yesterday's series went all the way to 5 games between G2 and SKT. We got to see so many highlight moments. We're getting one on screen now. You know, the two-man split push into Wonder, getting the Nexus in the end, classic EU fashion. And in the very end, we get a Baron called by SKT. The guys who were normally always in control, they were the ones who suffered here, and G2 managed to win.
And just in similar style, the way TL was able to overcome Invictus Gaming, the best team in the world, coming into this tournament and do so by controlling it and bringing it back to the team fights. I thought that was a terrific series to get us into now what is going to be, you know, that very heavy chaos-style League of Legends that G2 brings versus, you know, maybe the more slow team fight style of Team Liquid.
I've heard that before. I feel like there's been a narrative before.
For me, it was just play your game. The fact that it was Skarner, Lux, that it was Syndra, Pyke. It was the fact that it was no longer about copycat. You didn't have to do what China and Korea were doing. You just played the Western style, and this is what we have.
Now, the two best regional champions in the world right now are EU and NA, and they look to square off against each other tonight. It is EU and NA. I don't know how many more times I get to say that in my life. Shox and Azael and Raz are on the ground in Taipei, and we'll be checking in with them throughout the day. Let's see what the atmosphere is like ahead of the final.
Thank you very much, Dash. Honestly, I could hear you saying that 10 times over. EU versus NA, TL versus G2 for the MSI title. It's gospel. It sounds so good. But, you know, we got to go through the motions and think about where these teams started in the tournament and where they are now. And I do want to start with Team Liquid because we know they were built for international success, but it wasn't sure if it was going to come true. And I think from day one on, there was one person on the Rift for TL who carried a lot of weight, and that's Impact. This guy had a fantastic tournament.
Impact has been wild. The group stage is the reason why they ended up getting to this point. Like, Team Liquid very likely wouldn't have gotten to the knockout stage to begin with if it wasn't for Impact's carry performances.
Yeah, I agree. And to me, the biggest thing is that he has defied expectation throughout playoffs as well as, you know, in the finals. And coming into MSI, people had certainly been pretty vocal criticizing, you know, his lack of ability to play carries. And, you know, everyone was thinking this was going to be the weak point of TL. This is where they would crumble on the international stage against the likes of Wonder and the Shy. And yet he took down the Shy in a best of 5. And it was honestly incredible to see him performing to that level on carries.
Yeah, and I think on the other side of that is the LCS MVP, CoreJJ, coming in. We had very high expectations. To me, he started off a bit slower, but man, did he develop in this tournament.
He took over that Invictus Gaming set. He took down Baolan, and he was a major reason why they came into these games, his engaging points with the Alistar. He was such a dominating factor.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, it was the transition away from the Tahm Kench, which had had so much regional success for Team Liquid, and the realization that perhaps they needed more more aggressive play from CoreJJ. In come the Alistar, in come the Galio, and in come, I think, one of the best series that any support has ever played against IG. I think that was pretty close to perfection from CoreJJ.
It was absolutely an amazing set by Team Liquid, and that's why they find themselves here, and they're up versus the LEC champions, G2 Esports. And when you say G2, you gotta say FlexPix. You just have to emphasize once again that depth of champion pool that these guys play with, and especially the fact that they have so much to play with in a best of series.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have so many picks, and they make all these picks their own. They're masters of so many different champions. When you see something picked, you don't know if it's going top. Is it going bot? Is it going mid? Are they doing funnel? They have so many strategies, and they're impossible to predict, which makes them a nightmare to draft against.
Yeah, like, just taking a note of all of this, good luck for the Team Liquid staff in the back trying to really predict, because even if you went towards Game 5, SKT versus G2, like, it was the fourth pick coming through, and no one had a clue where the Syndra was going. It was tough. It's tough, and Team Liquid got to play this style. There's nothing you can predict going up against G2.
Yeah, and that also makes me super excited because Team Liquid has impressed us also so much on the terms of preparation. They said we knew how to take down IG. They don't skip a step when it comes to preparation. A guy that sometimes skips a couple of steps, I would say, on G2 is Habs. He finds himself in unfortunate situations at times, but more often than not, this guy finds himself in exactly the right place at the right time and destroys the enemy team.
Yeah, this is one of those unfortunate situations, but you get the best of him and you get the worst of him. I think he changes the way G2 plays. You don't tell him, you don't go in the back and say, oh, play it back a little bit more, play it more reserved. You actually encourage him, you play with him, and you get more people diving alongside.
Yeah, and I think he does make some mistakes, but the positive side you get with that is I would say he's the best mid laner in the world at exploiting a lead when he already has it, because he's so aggressive. He's willing to take risky plays because he trusts his mechanics. And 9 times out of 10, he's right. He's going to be able to play off plays like that.
Yeah, from a fan perspective, you just watch it and you're like, yes, I love to watch Caps because he always goes in. He always gives us a show. And I think that goes for every single player on the Rift today. I cannot wait to see all the players clash into each other and hopefully give us the full 5 games. We are going to take a quick break before we dive a bit deeper into the lane by lane, so stick around.
Welcome back to MSI Countdown. We're about 19 minutes away from the opening ceremony presented by MasterCard. Today, the best players in the West will battle on the Rift for one of the biggest titles in League of Legends. So let's break down the different matchups starting in the top lane with Wunder versus Impact.
And the thing is this was supposed to be a stylistic mismatch. This was supposed to be Impact, all about the team fights. He sacrifices his resources, he sacrifices his own advantages, and he groups up with his team. While Wunder plays things like the Rise. He plays off into the side lane, the 1-3-1. But in reality, we're actually getting two team fighting top laners from both of them. It just kind of that extra edge that Wunder has, that he will go out to the side lane when it comes to a clutch moment. But I actually think we're going to see a lot more grouping up and a lot more of these plays from both tops.
We do know, however, that Impact is going to be the predictable one, where Wunder can still be the unpredictable. Like the Pyke pick, we've all seen it a few times now, but playing against it is going to be another thing for Team Liquid if it is just open. And knowing Wunder, there can be more things he's sitting and he's hiding until this final.
I also think that Wunder just straight up takes more resources than what Impact does in this best of 5. And what we've seen from Team Liquid is that they're able to isolate that top lane position and that they're able to get Impact in situations where he's kind of dragging the top laner towards the team fight. He's making it not about the side lane. The top lane isn't being as volatile as some of the top laners want. And if this guy just went through the Shy, you know, not even the best top laner, but maybe the best player in the world, I don't think he's going to be all that worried going up against Wunder. This guy's already won a world championship for himself and looks like he's in very good touch at this tournament.
And I just want to highlight kind of the two different picks of both these top laners. It feels like the Neeko and the Kennen are kind of really the go-to that Impact has been grabbing, whereas Wunder, it's about things like that Pyke and that Jace or the Rise even. So these are kind of the slight differences between these two.
And I think what it shows is a lot of damage, kill pressure from Wunder, but actually a lot of initial big AoE CC when you jump into a fight from Impact. It's not about Impact being the carry, he's setting up the rest of the team.
Now next up, we've got perhaps the most important role in the game right now, the jungle position in Xmithie versus Jankos.
Yeah, and I think this is the position where if you look at it, you're gonna get probably the most crazy and different opinions about the players. There's a lot of people who absolutely love what Jankos can do in the early game, but there's also issues with consistency, and it's something that's been punished in the past. And for Xmithie, all the group stages, we were talking about wrong picks, underperforming, and then in the semi-final, he became a hero because he actually succeeded in the early game. He found, you know, Jarvan and Rek'Sai and the Zana pick to control Ning, and that was so important for Team Liquid because they need him to survive the early game.
And whilst this jungle meta has been dictated by the early game picks, I like what Jankos actually brings into the mid-late game for G2 potentially against Xmithie. If Xmithie goes towards something like the Sejuani, all of a sudden the Karthus is back on the table. Regionally, it saw so much success. It hasn't fit the tempo of this tournament, but I think that if Team Liquid make that mistake and allow Jankos to play towards his style, then he can absolutely take over some of these leagues.
I was a bit surprised to see Jankos pulling out the Skarner himself in his semifinal, thinking that might be a unique pick for Xmithie in this series. After all, it may be contested. In the mid lane, we've got an explosive battle between two star players who joined their teams ahead of 2019, Caps and Jensen.
And listen, I've been the biggest Caps fanboy for many years. I think the way he plays the game is just so entertaining, and it's so hard to play against because he's constantly taking high-risk plays, and he has the mechanics to back it up. So it's very frustrating to deal with him. But I think Jensen is actually a little bit of the opposite. He's Mr. Consistent now. He will always, at minimum, go even in his lane. He will always scale into the late game and actually be a strong team fighter. So TL, they now know they can count on Jensen no matter who they're facing in mid.
I almost think he's kind of the X factor for TL in the draft, because you look at how one-sided this feels to G2 for their drafting, the flexibility, the creativity in terms of the champions that they can use. Jensen has proven that he can be that backbone. He can play those flex picks. Give him the Sylas, give him the Akali, and he can start popping off. And this was something that was really missing from TL's arsenal heading into this tournament.
And we saw what this matchup can look like from both sides during the group stages. Jensen coming out ahead in the last game they played, but can't forget how pivotal Caps was in game number 1 of these two teams. However, I think what has impressed me about Team Liquid is their containment style about mid lane. The fact that they're now willing to bring in Xmithie very early, that CoreJJ will play things like Galio and Tahm Kench to have the ability to rotate up. So Caps needs to be very aware when he's looking for his plays today that he is not making it just against Jensen. This is a whole Team Liquid lineup trying to bolster the mid lane.
Yeah, luckily for G2, they got to watch those games. They got to see the weapon against Rookie. Caps not a stranger to getting camped in the mid lane. His career started with him just getting shot down by enemy junglers. He's adjusted a lot over the last couple of years, and I still think he's the strongest weapon on this G2 lineup, and he's the one who will create most plays.
And it has to be mentioned that Caps has now made back-to-back international finals. Of course, Worlds just this previous year, now here at MSI, but he's looking to avenge his 3-0 defeat from World Finals this time around here at MSI against Team Liquid. Next up, we have Perkz and Doublelift. They both have multiple domestic titles, but have never won on the world stage despite countless attempts to do so. And today, one of them will get to lift that international trophy.
They absolutely will, and I think Doublelift turned Liquid from this relegation team into now a legitimate world contender. This is a player that has just stuck at it for so long, and you have to admire how he's been able to keep up with his game. Pulls out the vein, late game scaling on the Kai'Sa, and we're just talking about how Caps might be G2's biggest weapon. Well, Doublelift definitely is the biggest weapon here for TL in these best of 5. I think he's a late game carry, and in this tournament, he has been able to do so consistently.
And I want to talk about the intangible in terms of like the mental game, especially for a guy like Doublelift. At MSI last year, when he was the guy who took down Uzi, pulled out the Caitlyn, went toe-to-toe against RNG in the lane phase and beat them, I said, this guy has fire. He has passion. You can see it when he plays that he's playing to win. And now that he's gone through Invictus Gaming here, he's made it to an international final. I feel like we're finally going to see Doublelift unchained, that he doesn't have that blocker anymore.
I think also it's safe to say Doublelift, he's the face of Team Liquid. Perkz, he's the face of G2 Esports. He's the captain. He's been there from the start when they qualified into the LEC. And now he's role swapping so they can put in a mid laner like Caps. He's now playing mages in the bot lane when he needs to. He can play lane bull AD carries like Draven. He can also go for scaling, but it's not his strength. And that's the big difference between these two guys. If you are looking at late game team fighting, you take Doublelift on a traditional AD carry. But if you're looking for creativity, if you're looking for early plays, you go for Perkz.
And if you're looking for mental fortitude, I think both of these players actually have it in spades. You know, you talk about the journey that Doublelift's been on, but Perkz has really impressed me. He's had some shocking games and then bounced back into really impressive performances. Even in yesterday's series, as you were mentioning, early game was not going well, and then the Draven pick all of a sudden comes out. He runs over the game.
Yeah, and he's experienced everything. He's been the most hated player in Europe after failed international tournaments, and now everyone loves him, and they want to see him lift the trophy.
All right, let's add in the second halves of each of these bot lanes, though. CoreJJ and Mickey X standing side by side with these guys.
And I really loved Azael's point earlier about CoreJJ, that this is a guy that comes across from the North American LCS, wins the MVP, does it on very negative supports like the Tahm Kench, like the Braum. Then yesterday just shows how he's able to have impact on Engage. This is, to me, the area that I get very nervous for TL, because I think they've shown a reliance on CoreJJ's ability to start fights, whereas when you have a look at G2, every single member of that team is volatile, and I think that CoreJJ has a huge task ahead of him today.
Yeah, I actually predict that they will be giving attention to CoreJJ, trying to limit his champion pool, or at least the engaged champions that G2 want to face him on. If he gets something like a Galio, like a Braum, I think it's so easy for him to turn the tides of a fight. His Alistar and performance was incredible. If you can force TL onto the likes of a Varus or a Kench, I think that's what G2 are really aiming here. Make him be more of that defensive support and get rid of some of that playmaking ability.
And I think bringing this all together, Frosk, I want to return to a point that you brought up just a moment ago, which is the idea that for all of these players, they've now made it. They're here. And what I hope more than anything for this series is that they all play that way. That they all play unfettered, unchained, in a sense, in the way that they attack this best of 5.
Normally, I say, turn the nameplates off, because it's always like the West versus the Giant East. It's always SKT. It's always fake. You're like, just pretend it's not fake, or just focus on yourself. You know this. Keep the nameplates on. You know exactly who it is. Perkz is saying, Doublelift, who's that? I can beat this guy. I faced him a million times. Doublelift on the other side is like, Perkz, are you kidding me right now? You're a 3-month ADC. Welcome to my 8-year career.
I promise you, they're actually sitting in the lobby right now, saying exactly that to each other. The G2 guys on stage are just constantly joking and laughing, and it means you can remove the nerves.
Hopefully those nerves are fully removed. Today, G2 or Team Liquid will put their name down in history as the 5th MSI champion. We'll be right back for more on that matchup, followed by the opening ceremony.
So a lot of people were really happy when we ended up making it to the Worlds final last year. It was something that hasn't been done in a long time, and for that a lot of fans were really happy for us. However, I was not that happy because I want the legacy of winning. I want to be on top and stay on top. That's why for me, it's not just enough to be a champion. I want to be a legend.
The opening ceremony presented by MasterCard is almost here, and as we gear up for the most important EU versus NA clash of all time, G2 versus Team Liquid, I've asked it every day of this tournament, but I know this prediction has more gravity than any I've asked before for the people on this desk. So who will win the MSI 2019 title? Spawn, we're going to start with you.
And Dash, the North American representative in Team Liquid that came into this tournament was not able to win MSI when they first came in. But this is a team that has shown growth. Their individual players have elevated. And what MSI has shown me so far is if you get a lead and head into team fights, you will win the game consistently. And in the wise words of the greatest North American president of all time, Benjamin Franklin, Team Liquid will win MSI 2019 3-2.
There it is. The North American Patriot Spawn has spoken.
You guys didn't have an
Team
NA cast,
Liquid is
though?
going to
You got
win.
the budget NA cast
3-2. I like the 5-game prediction, though. It means we're going to get plenty of action. Deficio, hit me.
I don't have a great quote from
Oh, well then moving on to Proscaret, who hopefully has something in her arsenal. Now, all right, what's the thought here?
I am going with 3-1 G2. I think we had two different metas in the series. We had the get to late game in the TL series, and we had the snowball early game in the G2 vs SKT series. And I'm looking towards that one here, because I don't think TL are better late game team fighters than what SKT could bring to the table. And that was not a problem for G2 in 3 out of those 5 games when they had the early advantage. So I'm trusting in the early game in this one. I think they have the tools and the players to consistently get advantages, and then they can beat TL.
Not a problem. You won a best of 5 off a backdoor and a fumbled Baron, my friend. There were some problems going on there.
A lot of team fights won in that game. They won a team fight at the Baron. They didn't force the SKT to start it.
Proscaret?
Okay, I am also G2 3-1, but I do want to kind of talk about the two schools of thought that are happening here, and this idea of team fighting versus snowball early game. And the reason why I picked 3-1 is because I have confidence that G2 will win the series, but I also have confidence that G2 will enter draft, that they will try to decide that they're going to match Team Liquid in a scaling 5v5 team fight scenario, and I think that will bite them, that they will be wrong in that prediction, but it's the fact that they have a massive versatile style with their champion pools, with how they attack the map, with the fact that they can, you know, attack to the bot lane, attack to the mid, attack to the top, that's why they're stronger representatives for this series.
I love that you had to do grab sturdy, just one say, you know, you just had to like, he's gonna end one.
I hope his tweet's ready.
Blame him already.
And look, I do think, and the reason I have this series so close is I think the solo laners of Invictus Gaming underperformed especially the Shy. Rookie played great, but they had a strategy for it. So what I'm looking for here in game 1, and the reason I think that this could be very, very close, is if Impact can go toe-to-toe with Wonder in isolation. If they can somehow drag Jankos towards the mid lane, towards the bottom lane, then I think that that is the area that TL actually start trying to win. And that's how you generate early fights. There's more members down there, you know, things like Dragon and then the ability to change into Rift Herald has been crucial. And what I think G2 need to try and do is get Wonder ahead and then get people out of lanes. If Caps isn't in mid lane, if he's roaming top, if he's able to get access to the map, this becomes a very hard series for TL to win.
All right, well, some thoughts from my experts here, but we've got plenty more experts who have opinions, and I need more predictions for an EU versus NA final. So I'm going to ask for our friends in Taipei.
Do think that TL, if you put Doublelift and Perkz in this late game team fight where it's coming down to them, I do give Doublelift that edge. If G2 is the win, though, it's going to be about speeding it up and dominating the early game.
Yeah, I agree with all that in terms of just the win conditions. For me, I have it as a 3-1. But I'm going to agree with Mr. Benji Franklin and Spawn at the desk there. So I have it actually for Team Liquid, just because for me, a lot of these members, all 10 members on the stage, really stood up. But who stood the tallest for me across the board has been Core JJ. And he's really identified what a support can do on the greatest stages. I'm not concerned about, the consistency for Xmithie no longer. And so in terms of how Team Liquid are coming into this one, in terms of team fighting, no questions. I think they matched the skirmishing power from Invictus Gaming, and we're going to see the same thing happen tonight.
You know what? I absolutely love it. And I'm not going to lie, there is emotional investment here, right? You can't just throw that overboard. And I think that is also the key to the two teams that we're seeing here on stage. They have so much riding on this on each side. If we only have to pick a couple of the storylines, Perkz, he's been there so many times. Caps to international finals in a row. Doublelift, a struggle for seemingly his entire life.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it at the top of the show talking about this UNA rivalry, that it's existed since before Season 1. To me, the most exciting thing about this chapter of it is it's no longer UNA fighting over table scraps, trying to be the next best team behind Korea. They are now fighting to be the best in the world.
Yeah, indeed. And I mean, I think back to Worlds last year when we thought Fnatic versus C9, that was a flash in the pan. We were never going to see that again. But what if we have to reframe it? And if that is the new reality? And I think Team Liquid and G2 Esports are going to prove that today.
Yes.
They're going to go toe-to-toe and leave it all on the Rift.
The game is changing. The meta is changing. You saw it at Worlds. MSI is going to be that stage for us to see it go ahead.
Yes, it is. And, you know, that this...
Dishonest as... an analyst or someone that follows the game if you don't think EU is favored, right? So I think that I have to curse EU and vote for G2. That way Team Liquid wins. Neutral casters? Who's neutral in this sense? Who are you defining as neutral? No one's really neutral. I guess I would say I'm neutral, right? Because I actually don't care. But even I'm not really neutral, which is my fucking point. Because Europe historically is better than NA across so many different titles. Of course, EU. G2 is going to win today because this is part 1 of the Infinity Wars.
Hello, Frey. How's it going? I know, but I came to simul watch the Dota with you. Wow, you got cucked.
Yo. Do you want to 1v1 or do you want to watch the games? You tell me. Sure. I haven't even seen the draft. I haven't seen shit. Hasn't started yet. Okay. I only have one monitor. GG. I'm so fucking bad at this hero. It's out of control. I feel like. You just use your passive, right? Like you just stack it up. Is there like a way? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's like a really big brain hero. For sure. Yeah. I think Akali is pretty straightforward, to be honest. Fuck. Oh my god. Alright, GG. That's so fucking gay. Holy shit. Yeah, she is really fun. I really want to get good at her. I'm like pretty good at shit stomping and people in lane, but it's really hard to move out of lane. I'm also simultaneously teaching somebody Japanese or like helping somebody with Japanese. Shit. Sort of. It depends if you're mid lane, top lane, against melee, against ranged. I think most matchups are kind of similar. Depending on how your level 1 matches. The only thing that changes the matchup, I feel like, is how your level 1 compares to theirs. Is that kind of right in your experience? I think Irelia versus Jax, at least from like TF Blade's opinion and some other people, I think Irelia has a pretty good matchup against Jax until he gets to like maybe 6 or get some items. Um, every time you pop, you can't let him like just walk up to you with E. Or you could use your W as well to do that. Make the minions low for you so that you can run away. And then also you get a lot of damage. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fucking hate that asshole. That's that's the single reason why I stopped playing top lane. I played Jace against him, but like God. Alright, I lose. What? I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna assume you just like dropped your passive or some shit. Oh my. I have cancer. I feel like if I figure out Aurelia's level 1 to like 3 a little bit more, or like to the point where I can like buy items, I will be a lot better at her in lane. But holy shit. There's a lot of times where I think my Q is gonna kill a creep and then it lives with like 2 HP and like it's fucking doomed. It's just doomed. You know the hero a lot better than I do. Seems like, so. Alright. Alright. Good shit. Did I miss my E or did you dodge it? Okay. Okay, good. Who didn't walk up? I had a different plan. I had a very different plan, but I should have stayed back until the creeps got lower, because there were 2 creeps right in front of you that I was queuing around to. And I was thinking of queuing around to, but you went on me before I could do that, and then everything just went to shit. Yeah. Well, I burned my flash to try to do something to you. Hello, Sacred.
What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
I'm good. I was in here with Frey before, but he was very rude, so I had to leave. I'm glad to see you're in here now, Spidey. I feel safe.
Oh, I'm not surprised that Frey was rude to you. What did he threaten you with?
He just told me that I wasn't welcome in the voice chat with him. That's what he said.
Why would you tell that to my boy Sacred? That's fucked up, dude.
That's exactly what you said, Frey.
What? Well, okay.
Where is the stream, Frey? I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it. I was just kidding, but it's good that you're streaming. Damn. Well, hello, Frey's stream. Don't talk about
Don't worry, nobody watches Frey's stream.
All 400 of you watching, it's good to have you here tonight.
Just don't say the gamer word. Get him banned off of Twitch. Or anything that resembles the gamer word. Like idiot. Yeah. I had to hear it like 30 times before I heard the Ikers, to be honest. I definitely heard huh?
What are your opinions on latex, Sacred?
We've been over this.
Hello.
Hello, Ningam.
How's it going, Sacred?
It's going good, man. I'm eating some pizza right now. It's very good. Hell yeah.
Pizza's great.
It is.
It's pretty good.
Oh, time to watch. Oh, is that Aurelia?
YouTube, what the fuck is this, Frey?
I know. No, okay. When I asked Frey about this, he said both platforms have good parts and bad parts, but the quality is better on YouTube. And as soon as he said that, I couldn't stop fucking laughing.
Why aren't we
You could have just
playing
said
ranked,
the quality
guys?
is better on YouTube and just omitted the whole good parts and bad parts thing. Well, fucking some people. Well, tell them I don't give a fuck.
This is the perfect thing to watch while I mindlessly grind 30,000 gold for Nami's H scene.
Have fun with that.
I'm doing it all, Sacred. I have no choice. Yeah.
When did you start playing Grants?
Like 2-3 days ago.
When are you gonna fucking finish DSE Ray?
Soon.
It's dead, Jim. Never happened.
I know.
I'll get back to it soon.
That feel when DS got Juned.
Got ranced.
Hey, at least I'm playing Arrow Guy.
It didn't even get ranced. It's been dead for like 50 months. I know that.
Well, tell me about, well, I don't want to, like, you know, intrude on the gaming chats in here. Should we just go to a different channel, fellas? Are we going to, you know...
No. We're
Look it
here
all
for the
up.
fans.
Are you sure?
I don't think this is a serious 1v1, Sacred. It's
I mean,
League.
Frey told me straight up that I was not welcome in this voice chat.
GG.
I'm sorry,
Hey,
but if
hey,
two people
no,
are playing
no, no.
Aurelia, nobody gives a shit.
I am telling you, Sacred, that we can stay here, and my veto power overrides Frey's opinion.
I can see you guys both just one-shot each other anyway.
Frey, those are your exact words.
He thought he could kill me, but
You know, people die when they are killed.
Actually, I could just spectate this on League since I have the League client open. Why am I watching the stream?
why would you spectate on the league when there's a 3-minute delay, you dinkus?
That's a good point, too.
Well, 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 look who it is.
If it ain't June, we were just talking about you.
Oh, really? Well, what about me?
June, before you speak, you're on stream.
That's fine. You know, I'll regret the
If you
shit
wanted
I
to say
say.
any homophobic remarks or misogynistic remarks like you always do in PMs,
Well, no, I'm
it's
not. I'm not like you people, so I wouldn't say that shit.
you people? What do you mean, you people?
You know,
Here we
you
go.
bigot. You bigot.
Wow, somebody...
You
Somebody
fucking
woke up on the
poll.
wrong
You
side of
fucking
the bed
poll
today.
posters. You fucking poll meme slingers.
Look, June's Mags, I called him out for his technological inadequacy earlier.
Not call it
he deserves it.
Why is he? How is he technologically inadequate?
He uses a Macintosh from 1972.
That's pretty freaking old, my man.
And I'm still
Congrats
rocking
on
it.
getting your Arrogate to run on that.
It's a wonder he's running any programs at all.
Never mind. That's why he doesn't play Arrogate in the first place.
Listen, man. Right? Oh, hey, Calm. How's it going? Okay.
Okay.
So what's going on here? Y'all watching newbie stream?
Yep. Well,
Newbie
it's
stream.
Frey stream.
Wait, what's newbie streaming?
IRL.
IRL? I'm just on my phone.
You just gotta go to camsoda.com and find it yourself.
So are you guys gonna keep on 1v1ing each other as Aurelia until one of you actually gets a kill without the other person also dying?
I don't know. He just wants to play Aurelia Dittos.
Alright.
I kind of want to watch the games and bant with the boys.
Fair enough.
So who's 1v1ing who?
Frey and Spaggy are 1v1ing each other.
Yeah, why are there so many people on voice tonight? Especially, yeah, see, Frey, he doesn't want us here. Look, I'm telling you guys.
Well, I'm sure he'd be fine if I was in here alone.
Here, Frey, I'll give you a helping hand, okay?
Oh, thank God he's
Wow.
gone. He's so obnoxious.
I think he came back in time to hear that.
It's fine. I haven't
fair.
said anything I wouldn't tell him directly.
That's true.
Hey, Sacred, you fucking suck.
Your range is so big. Your attack speed is so big too.
What's Newbie even playing?
I want to be the gay.
I agree.
All right, I'm done. Good games.
Already?
That's it, huh?
That's it.
What's going on, big guy? Talk to us.
He's
Holy shit, you have 243 ranked game wins already. How much do you play this game, Frey?
he's
You
in
should
his
duo with me.
as they say in
Why?
So who's
But I'm
better?
better than
so,
you, Stay.
Who is the better gamer, you or Zista?
Zista.
Come on.
Zista's like top 200 in all of Europe or so.
Wait,
Top
seriously? He's
500?
that good?
Yeah, Dota. But he's still not 6K, so he's not good enough.
I didn't know he was that good.
Yeah,
I don't believe you.
he's really good.
Wow.
But it's okay. It's not 6K, so you still gotta bully him.
I mean, I was going to bully him even if he did get to 6K. That just means 7K is right around the corner.
I can't believe you won't duo with me, Frey. Am I not good enough for you? Damn son.
He's not kidding, by the way.
You're
That's alright. Alright. that's how it is. Then that's how it
Yes,
is.
Frey is
Hardcore as fuck,
pretty
yo.
retarded.
How do you feel about this, June?
We all know you don't actually care about. We all know you don't care about my opinion on this shit.
What's wrong, June? Are you still mad about the Macintosh situation?
Sacred, I'm furious. I was punching holes in my walls. You know.
I could tell, but why? I mean,
I
you've
was
been
so
pretty
fucking
open.
angry.
I mean, what got you upset
There's
about
no reason
that?
to get so emotional about this. What's going on? Is there something else that's bothering you?
I just can't take Sacred anymore, man. I know he's trying to snap me out. He's trying to send me to fucking Urzen zone.
I mean, you sure love
He's
Urzen.
fucking-
Why don't you just go over there and hang out with him? What's wrong with that?
See, here we go.
I noticed that every single time we talk, June, you always bring up Urzen.
I missed the guy. I
Is there
can't.
something you want to...
Why do you miss Urzen?
Sure
What is
that's
Urzen?
Urzen was an important part of this culture, this community.
Was he? I mean, no offense. I don't hate the guy, but like, was he really?
Oh, really? Could have fooled me, Sacred.
I guess so.
The only thing he did was talk in bot spam and complain about the Naro that he was reading.
Listen, it's part of the shit that reminds you of really.
We needed Urzen for Naro talks. He's the only other person aside from me and Quaff who reads that shit.
Listen.
Okay. You guys don't need more friends, I'm sorry. You guys are perfect together.
Damn, so Nuki Tashi died, huh, Negan?
Yup.
Wait,
That's
what?
what happens with Soul Press. Well, it's
Oh,
not dead. I'm sure somebody will do it.
Oh, so it just died.
They'll just be doing it for half a set of character.
So they just like...
Damn.
So like, what happened? Did Soulpress just announce that they were not going to do it anymore or something?
No. They're still doing it, but like when I said I was doing it, was before the contract had been settled, because I assumed it would be like a normal contract, but it's like Soul Press is out of money, and I'm like, I'm not gonna work for fucking free, so.
Right. Yeah. Working for free is pretty bad.
Well, it's not quite free, but it may as well be free, so.
No, it's fucking free, dude.
Fuck that shit,
Oh,
dude.
my
Fuck
mind's
that
curious,
shit. It's
huh?
a good game, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna die for it.
How's it going? Why am I my favorite person here?
Oh, here we go. June with the guilt tripping.
He's not even guilt tripping. He's just disingenuous, like always.
I don't know. Why Mind is my Why Mind's my brother. I've seen him twice already, IRL.
Twice? When was the second meetup?
There was the first meetup, like, you know, Christmas 2017. And then Christmas 2018 was the second one, karaoke.
Wow.
Yeah. Third year, maybe we'll get Ryan.
I mean, do you really think that Ryan's gonna hang out with y'all?
He's not.
The coastal elite now.
We're too poor for him. He's gonna be like fucking.
Aren't you a Coastal Elite now too, Sacred, with your new high-paying job?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sacred's about to fucking Thanos snap all of his employees.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes this week. It's gonna be fun.
Kill count increased yet again.
So that's why he's like.
Is
he's
there
going
anybody
after
Sacred
me,
can't
so-
kill?
Yes, I can't kill June.
You can't kill June because you can't get him to the same playing field.
Yeah,
as
I can't. He can't beat me.
Yeah, you can only beat him after you get him to start playing an
I
arrow
mean, you
game.
were just saying that you were worried I was gonna snap you out. Like,
No, no,
rewind.
I said I noticed you're being a bit more aggressive lately. You know, it's
I mean, I'm
it's
being
like a relationship
positive
between
lifestyle,
Batman and the
June.
Joker. You being the Joker, of course, because you're a fucking joke. You just can't.
Here we go.
What's wrong, Sacred?
How's it going, Frey?
What about these jokers you listen to?
I wish you could still buy mana potions.
Oh, fuck!
Calm down, gamer.
What's up, Sacred? What's got you riled up?
June's presence.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm sorry I can't be just Sacred. I'm sorry, can you please you?
I know. It's sad, isn't it?
All of us can be as good as him.
I mean, why Juice? Why is that the name that comes
Because
up?
he's
to
your
me
new,
right
he's
now?
your new favorite buddy.
Why would you think that?
Constantly praise his name.
What?
We all know it's true. Every time.
Juice.
I've never even
I mean, okay, that's what you think.
It's because you guys are Nijima bros, Sacred. That's the reason.
Listen, I know you're
It's
trying
the
to
Nijima bond.
I know you're
That's
fucking
what
prepping
makes
for
him
the
think.
gaslighting right now, Sacred, but you're not gonna get me.
Fuck, now you're reminded me. Wafu is leaving me for Cafe now that they're
Gallbladder bros.
It's alright, Spy. You're gonna be the one sleeping in the same room as them anyways. You're gonna win in the end.
I'll keep going into the bushes toward instinctively, even though I know this is a 1v1.
Wait, so sorry,
Let's give it
Ningen,
a
I kind of
shot.
missed the talk, but like, so how much percent was like Yuki Touch done before you had to like?
Oh, I didn't start any of it until I got a contract.
you
And when I saw the
started?
contract, I'm like, nope. I was just doing like some promo material stuff. I was like, yeah, whatever. But that's about like all I've done.
It said we're not gonna see Big Nut Island in the script.
I don't know what.
Oh
we're
my
gonna
god.
see. We'll see something.
Here we go.
I hope it's Big Nut Island. I want that.
June, check bot spam.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course June wants that so he can go ahead and read it all in English.
Oh my god.
Shit, Spidey just killed you, June.
No, looking, but this is so high level.
At least I don't have to experience being the most oppressed minority.
Oh.
Wow.
Looks like we both died first. Oh my god.
I literally just need enough mana to get one combo off, but I can't actually hit you because I'm fucking bad at this game.
Oh no, that's
You
the
got
wrong ad.
360 no scoped. I got 180 no loved. Is my.
Fine, let's try
feel
this.
that. Wait,
Alright,
hold
that
on.
worked.
This feels like a personal call out.
Is that it then? No? We keep going? Alright. You've never played Zoe before in your entire life? Alright. That explains a lot. No offense, I was like, I'm waiting for like the wall juke bubbles that they can never come, and I'm just like, I'm waiting for the big play. All right. Try somebody else next. I still haven't played Zoe. I don't want to play Zoe though. Zoe looks like one of those champions that would give me cancer if I learned her. Who's actually worth playing? Oh, I know. Man, why does it give you 80 freaking seconds in custom games? This is unnecessary. I'm probably gonna go back to Rants after this, by the way.
Hey.
How is it treating you, Ningen? Tell us about the Rants life.
I'm enjoying the experience quite a bit.
How are you liking the ninja so far?
Am I liking what so far? The ninja?
The ninja.
She shows up to get owned every time she shows up, so I don't know what to tell you.
She's perfect. My favorite girl. Not really, but close. Very good girl.
Like, obviously she's gonna be more important in subsequent games, but right now she literally just shows up, gets owned, and leaves.
That's what's good about her. You have to protect her from getting owned.
Sacred, she's someone trying to kill me.
You have to protect her from getting owned.
Well, why can't she protect herself?
Look, June, shut the fuck up.
Light dividers.
But yeah, I just finished the Coliseum stuff and the casino stuff.
Nice.
And now I'm like, I'm pretty sure I only have to go deal with Ria's Manor, right? Or like clear the ghost out or whatever. I'm pretty sure the game's gonna end after that because it's already like 80% investigation complete. So I'm like, I just need to collect all the 8 scenes before that.
Hell yeah. You got this, Ningen.
Which includes farming 30,000 fucking gold for Namis. But I
Yeah,
can't. not
hers
get
is
it.
the most complicated by far.
Worth all that 30k, man.
I mean,
Nami
she's
is
so far
like-
the coolest girl in the game, so it's understandable.
Wow, Syl disrespect in the chat right now.
Yeah, I like Syl too, but She actually does not show up much. She doesn't show up much in Rance 1 because she's just sitting in school all the time.
Yeah, she just fucking disappears for like most of the game.
She's so cute in that uniform, though. I
She's
can't
really cute.
believe this.
Dude, that H scene was really hot, Sacred.
It was, wasn't it? God.
I'm still mad Rance got no face, though. Like, come on. Come on.
I mean, of all the people to complain about not having a face, Rance, I think, is pretty.
Like, how can they enjoy watching Rance destroy people, or get destroyed in this case, if he doesn't have a face?
That's a good point. One of the major flaws.
Like, everybody else is a shitty self-insert MC, but Rance isn't. Where's his goddamn face?
Oh, man.
Like, when he was owning Hazuki after the gambling thing in the casino, I was like, God damn, he needs a face right now. I need to see him grinning.
No, it's fine. You get to see all his like bimping muscles and shit.
That's true.
Yeah, just look at how ripped he was in that
He is, like,
CTE post
absolutely
earlier.
ripped, which is great.
Like, every time I see characters from 01, I just feel like I'm looking at, a high school yearbook or something. Like, it's...
You're looking at your own high school yearbook, huh?
Yeah, like, Konami looks so young, and Rance, too, in a lot of those Tachi ads. It's good. I love it. It gives me a feeling so complicated.
Oh my god.
Rance was like, what, 17 in this, right? In the first game?
Like 19 or something. Or
How
young.
long's been actually since? How much has he aged?
Does he like ever grow in height? Is he always 5'6"?
5'8", thank you.
Hey,
He's the
man.
most
Oh,
fucking
same as
above
you.
5 foot
He's the
ever.
most ripped guy ever. It doesn't matter if he's a manlet.
It's
Oh, right.
compensation.
Anything under 6 foot is manlet. Feels good, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
June
Spidey,
raging right
Spidey,
now.
we made it.
5'6".
See, listen to this angry manlet right here.
June's out here at 5'1" talking about height. Shut up.
How about you calm your wheelbarrow?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you're built like a fucking wheelbarrow.
I mean, and now you're just gonna take my insult? You can't come up with an original one?
He's shaking right now.
Listen to him.
I'm plugging out. I'm plugging my ears from toxicity.
I mean, I'm gonna get in regardless of your ear plugging or not.
Oof.
Regardless, I'm still gonna be around to remind you every day of the reality of the situation.
Hey, Spy, what's going on, big guy?
Me?
I can call you big guy because you're 6 foot. You're proper height.
Oh my lord. Oh my fucking lord.
Unlike this clowning guy over here, Sacred.
At least
Well,
while
I
I'm
mean,
farming
take that
gold,
as-
I can grab all the monster girls that I ignored for the rest of the game
Yes.
until now.
Not
Those
much,
are
man.
these two.
I'm just thinking about maybe opening up Demon Bane.
Oh, you got that?
I did get that.
I see, that's good.
Sounds like fun.
Wonder when the fuck they're gonna announce what the old Project O is.
Oh yeah, Sacred, did you do the
Maybe
post
when
game
you
dungeon for
send a
01?
personal message to
No.
Urobuchi talking about how
Understandable.
much you want him to write it.
What's it gonna be? I'm seriously curious. I need to know. Nitro plus
Project A,
10.
Project O, what could it be?
It's gonna be Godzilla turned into an Aragay.
There's gonna be some gay anime. I'm telling you, it's gonna suck.
That's Project A.
But Project O
Anime.
could be a good game. I hope to God it's a good game.
I'm telling you,
Jeez.
it's gonna be Godzilla turned into an Aragay.
What if it is?
My body is not fucking ready for that shit. Holy shit.
Which one are you going? Spy, you going Moth route like I am?
I'm going Ghidorah route.
Ghidorah. Oh, you're gonna be going for the dude. I see you're gonna be teaming up for the bad end.
Well, I just need those 3 heads way up in my bunghole. One for both ears, one for my bunghole.
Yo, you guys are not gonna give up your fucking humanity. It's all about being the artificial Godzilla thing.
I just want to
I
go
need
for
to do
those.
laundry. I'll be right back.
I'll go for the moth.
Alright.
The moth people. Those were the good shit.
Hmm.
Can you imagine having half human, half bug children?
Nah, June,
That
it's all
reminds-
about giving up your humanity. You can't be human.
Oh hell yeah! That reminds me, you know, the Ningen Shikaku movies could be distributed the same way the Godzilla ones were, so we'll be able to actually watch it this year.
Flash re-engaged. They caught Jensen unaware. What a great kill for Mickey. They find the second as well. Psych, they're going to end the game. No, they're not going to reset after all.
The bait and switch into the bait and switch. G2, they look like they wanted to try and finish it there with the respawns of Double Lift and Impact. They do not want to overcommit. They're going to walk away with the kills, extending it to 18-2. They have a 13,000 gold lead, and they're going to be happy with that for now.
Freak with the triple psych there.
Yeah.
Does get me. Let me remind you, this is the first game of a best of 5. Here is another snare though. Mickey, every time Jensen goes in with the shockwave and finds it, Mickey answers with the recon, finds the engage for G2. All they needed was a way inside the base to force the fight. And then one